Officer Rivers heads toward the staircase just to the side of the building entrance and leads Adam Welling, Chris Canoi, Matt Baumberger, Sarah Friedoff, Chris Risley, Lindsay Welby, Captain Jeffries, co-pilot Fitzpatrick, Xander, and Harvey down one full floor to the basement of City Hall. The team descends one flight of stairs and rounds the last corner and sees several 5-gallon gas cans up against the wall. Adam Welling, Chris Canoi, Matt Baumberger, and Sarah Friedoff are just a few of the friends that pick up a single can and choose to help haul the fuel to and from the gas station. Officer Rivers, Xander, Harvey, and Chris Risley plan on helping protect the team while they make their way to their destination. After gathering the fuel cans, Officer Rivers leads the group to the sewer access hatch just down the hallway. Matt Baumberger and several others can see a guard near the opened access hatch, peering down into the sewer darkness. The security officer immediately closes the access door as Officer Rivers yells at him.
Damn it, Roger! We told you to keep that access door sealed at all times!
Roger stammers.
I'm sorry, Josh. I just wanted to see. It's just so damn lonely down here and boring. Don't tell the mayor, please.
Everyone watches as Rivers shakes his head and mumbles something under his breath. He walks over and shoves Roger aside. He says sternly,
You make sure this damn hatch stays closed until we all get back.
Roger nods as each of the friends pass by him and start descending into the sewer. As the first few friends reach the sewer floor level, they see that it is flooded a bit from all the rainwaters that have been pounding the island of Canoi. However, the passage is still passable, and the water is just below their knees. Officer Rivers tells everyone to keep moving, and minutes later, all 11 are on their way down the sewer tunnels. The tunnels are wide enough for 2 people to walk side by side, but there is not a ton of space to maneuver. Officer Rivers tells everyone,
We'll keep heading down these series of passageways. These will lead us to a manhole that'll bring us back to the surface, only 20 to 30 feet from Bostoni's gas station and grill.
Sarah Friedoff and Matt Baumberger are just behind Officer Rivers and think they notice the water rising as they head further in, but continue to move on as Rivers is leading the group at a brisk pace. The front 3 are immediately followed by Chris Canoi and Captain Jeffries. Towards the rear of the team, Chris Risley and Lindsay Welby are keeping up with no problem. However, co-pilot Fitzpatrick is stumbling just behind them and slows his pace dramatically as the water is thick and murky. Xander is at the very rear of the team, keeping an eye on the co-pilot as he grows suspicious. After turning down a new passageway in the sewers, Xander watches as co-pilot Fitzpatrick stumbles and falls face forward into the sewer water and doesn't immediately try to get back on his feet.
Damn, dude. Nasty. Guys, hold up. Fitz is down and he ain't moving. But what the hell? He was fine just a second ago. And that's the same way Stacy went down.
With Fitzpatrick lying face first in the water, Xander immediately pulls his pistol out and aims it at the pilot. Xander carefully aims his 9mm pistol and slowly approaches him, as the rest of the group stops and turns to see Fitzpatrick half floating in the sewer water. Seconds later, Fitzpatrick's body begins to twitch as he slowly starts to flail his arms and feet, trying to find the ground. Xander quickly backs away as the pilot looks up to him with a deathly-looking face and starts moving towards him slowly. Xander yells to the others,
Oh God, he's one of them.
Sorry, brother.
Xander expends one 9mm round into co-pilot Fitzpatrick's head as he drops back into the water face down, no longer moving. Xander lowers his pistol and looks behind him as he hears the loud noise of rushing water. The remaining 10 survivors peer just below them and see that the water is starting to rise rapidly as it is now up to their waists. The team start to panic and begin moving as fast as they can down the corridor. Officer Rivers yells to the group,
We're not gonna make it. The waters are rising too fast. We'll never make it to the manhole in time. The Canoi City dam system is south of us and must be completely flooded. All the excess water in the city is rushing from the rear of us in a reverse flow down the passageways. Follow me as quickly as you can.
The group follows as fast as they can as they see Officer Rivers stop by some sort of crankshaft mechanism. Rivers looks to the 9 friends and quickly says,
There's an old large drainage door about 20 feet further down this passage. This right here is a manual crankshaft that can lower that door and stop the flooding there, allowing the others to escape. I'm charged with getting you all the fuel and back to City Hall, so unless you want to drown, one of you will have to stay here and man this crank.
That's a damn suicide run. I'm not going to just stay here and give up,
says Harvey as he starts making his way towards the drainage doors. Not far behind him, Xander, Lindsay Welby, and Chris Canoi follow. Officer Rivers yells with frustration.
You'll need to listen to me because I'm telling you the truth. If someone doesn't do this, we're all dead.
I'll man the crankshaft so you all can make it to safety.
No, you can't. You're a pilot, and we need you to help us fly the plane off this dead island.
We've wasted enough time. I'll do it. You all just remember to watch your backs and make it out of here alive.
Adam Welling and Matt Baumberger try to insist on taking her place, but Sarah has fully made up her mind. Officer Rivers uses considerable strength and turns the crankshaft a couple of revolutions, telling Chris Risley, Adam Welling, Matt Baumberger, and Captain Jeffries.
You four head straight up this passage and catch up with the others. There's a slight incline and you'll see the drainage door lowered a couple of inches.
The others do as they're told and quickly start to maneuver down the dark tunnel. Sarah shivers from the cold water and from the dreadful thought that these may be her last moments alive. Officer Rivers gives her one of his small, watertight flashlights and says,
Sarah, you got this. Just continue turning the crank until it bottoms out. That's how you'll know the door has been sealed.
Sarah nods to Officer Rivers and moves towards the crankshaft. Rivers starts moving away, turns, and slowly says,
Thank you, Sarah.
Sarah peers down the tunnel towards the rushing water that's almost above her chest line, and immediately maneuvers over to the crankshaft and starts turning it as fast as she can with all of her strength. Officer Rivers shimmies through the thick water and uses his other flashlight as he sees the drainage door slowly lower as it is a third of the way closed. He goes underneath the water to clear the door path. He emerges out of the water, wiping his eyes to see Adam, Matt, Chris, and Captain Jeffries watching as the door continues to lower and the water continuing to rise, now almost above their chests. Matt looks at Adam and the others.
It's too late! We're not going to make it!
Back at the crankshaft, the water has now engulfed the entire area, as Sarah now has to go between turning the crankshaft and servicing for air. She panics as each revolution she completes, the crank just continues to turn. She is unsure if the old outdated crankshaft will ever bottom out. She pushes off the bottom sewer floor to service for air. As she takes one last large breath, water completely floods the passage. Sarah uses the wall to make her way back to the crank and turns it as fast as she can. Her vision starts to blur as she uses all of her remaining strength to continue turning the crank. Her head twists back and forth, her lungs screaming for air as she feels the crank bottom out. Sarah, unable to hold on any longer, takes in the water into her body and convulses back and forth, and then slowly descends lifelessly into the dark, flooded passage. Standing just a few feet away from the drainage door, Officer Rivers yells to the others.
Everyone, hold on a second. Look, the water isn't moving anymore. She did it. She saved us.
Rivers rounds up the 8 survivors, including Matt Baumberger, Captain Jeffries, Adam Welling, Chris Canoi, Xander, Harvey, Chris Risley, and Lindsay Welby, and continue their route to the manhole located just below Bastone's gas station.